Hi, this is Carl the Cobra Frutch, and you're watching Lights Out.
2-1. This is Faisal Khan for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartans Law. We're here at the Valent Arena in Derby. We're delighted to be joined by Jack Massey. Returned to the ring with a win tonight. Jack, bit close though, wasn't it, in the end? I mean, very tough start to the fight.
First round, caught me with a daft shot. Could tell obviously been out of the ring for a year. Just that ring rust. Felt good in the change room before it on the pads and got in there. Just felt like the time was a bit out. But that woke me up in the first round. I just thought, right, I've got to, switch on big time now. And finish with a knockout, a nice knockout. So I think that's what you'll always get with me. I've always got that in the bank. Even though, I made a bit of a tough night, but I think I was picking him off and doing some nice clean work as well, but making a few too many mistakes also.
Will you look back on that knockdown that you suffered in the first round and think, yeah, that's not me, that shouldn't be happening again?
Shouldn't be happening, no. I mean, that's the first time, I've ever been knocked down with a headshot in over 20 years of boxing. So he can obviously punch. And his resume, shows that 10 knockouts out of 14 fights. But yeah, just should have been more switched on. I knew what he was about. I've not gone through camp taking this guy lightly. I knew what he was about, but just being out of the ring over 30 months, just that little bit of ring rush showed tonight. But we've got that out of the way. We've swept that off. So we're looking for big fights next.
You mentioned you'd been at the ring for a year. Unfortunately, suffered a defeat over a year ago against J-Up after the world title. But you've got a win under your belt now. A bit of ring rust, cobweb shaken off now. What does 2026 hold for Jack Massey?
Listen, we want the Billam Smith fight. That's a fight we've been wanting for a long time. Let's see if he takes it. We're happy to go to Bournemouth and fight him there. So we'll see what happens. We want to be back towards that world level next year.
That's a great fight. I was actually going to ask you about that fight as well, because obviously he lost his world title to Zerda Ramirez in his previous fight, but he's obviously rebuilt as well with a win against Brandon Glanton, I believe. You work quite closely with boxer and Ben Shalom, and so does he, so that's an easy fight to be made, surely, right?
Yeah, definitely. We're both under the same umbrella, same promotion, so it should be easily made. But it's just about him and his team, saying yes to the fight, so we'll see what happens.
Hopefully we can have that fight in the summer though, because going to Bournemouth this time of year or early stage of 2026 is something I don't want to do.
Yeah, definitely a summertime job, but yeah, look forward to that if it happens.
Last one before I let you go. I mean, December 20th, Anthony Joshua gets in the ring with Jake Paul. I could just tell by your face what you're thinking, but what's your honest thoughts on that? I mean, is this something you're going to step and watch, and does Jake Paul stand any chance of maybe even going the distance, let alone winning?
Well, I've said it's a complete publicity stunt, and it's not going to happen, but Lawrence, who's obviously in my camp with Joe, is over there sparring him. Macaulay's going out tomorrow, doing Lawrence's corner, passing up for him. So he's obviously sparring these guys. So that's sort of like put me in the middle of that, thinking that. So whether he's just, I don't know, a complete madman, he's just got these people in his ear and blowing smoke up his arse, telling him he's this and that. Possibly, because that's what happens, unfortunately, when people are super famous. They get people, yes men and people in their ear saying this and that, and this looks good, and they can wear a pair of joke glasses and someone will say, oh, it looks mint on you, that. So he's definitely got all them sort of people around him. They're probably blowing smoke up his arse, thinking, do you know what, you could beat Joshua, you could definitely, you've been knocking these guys out in sparring, these bums, you can definitely beat Joshua. So it's probably a bit of that, maybe, if he gets in there.
So Jack, I'm not going to keep you too long, but well done on the win. Good to see you back in the ring. Have a good Christmas and appreciate your time as always.
Top man. Thank you.